last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
I am so excited for this game.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
We went inside his head. Hang on. Oh my god. I'm gonna... That was too much. Okay. Sorry about that. I had a cat who needed attention.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong. Just take it easy. Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
How'd this all go wrong? Why are you in slow motion? Do you have a gun? Dude, that's not gonna protect you. Wow, this game looks so old. Sorry, just trying out the controls, see what's up. This was all a trap. I don't even have a gun. Gods, what kind of American cop are you?
That one to the right taking cover. Kill him.
Interesting paintings I got here. Hang on, it's still way too sensitive. Okay.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
Oh, right, Yithians. I've read about a little bit above, Lovecraft's works. And Yithians, from what I remember, they project their consciousness into other people's bodies, which suppresses that body's consciousness. And then they do this for like a period of, I don't know, years. And of course the person who has the Yithian consciousness in them doesn't remember at all anything during this time. But then they use the person's body to do research, occult research. For some reason, they have to come to Earth to do it. I don't know why. But that's what I remember of Yithians. Oh, and well, of course they look really weird. Hopefully we'll get to see a Yithian. I hope. God, it's still so sensitive.
There's one over there on the
Nope,
left.
that's jump. Jeez, no wonder they went crazy. They have these paintings on this. What is this supposed to be? Oh, it's a save point.
Kill them all.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy. An old grandfather
Nope.
clock,
Wrong thing.
Watch him on the stand.
a depiction of some alien creature.
Okay. I need to go look at these now. Because this is super. No, it's the same. Same.
A powerful painting of some cosmic horror.
You stand far enough away, you can see it.
The board has been used to illustrate a diagram. That's an unusual design.
Okay.
These fellows have one curious art collection.
Watch him on the stand.
It's locked.
I hear that. Why does this sound like a zombie?
The shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor.
Gods.
It won't budge. It won't open.
Okay. Just checking things. Oh, that's why.
Last.
He seemed to recognize me. I don't get it. His body is covered in tattoos, and they were carved into his flesh with something sharp.
Don't shoot me, guys. I'm right here.
The body's still warm, but he's definitely dead. Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful. An old
Wardrobe, Jack. Hang on.
What a nut house. The walls have been covered with glyphs.
Okay. Nothing here.
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Yep. I concur.
I can't open it.
Why? Oh, yeah, that's right. You go crazy. Okay, so from what I was reading, is looking at disturbing stuff, your character becomes damaged by
He's
it.
dead. They're all dead.
And eventually it can get so bad that your character will commit suicide. So, even though he's a detective, he is he can be very fragile.
A diary. This will make interesting reading.
Come on, how do I? Okay, so... We have been watching him now for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. Oh, wait, there was more. August 24th, 1915. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with the story of the great race transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams. Of the conscious things on this earth and in the ocean depths, we are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favor when our masters step through the gate. Probably not. It's a running theme that they just... your pawns to be used and thrown away. August 29th, 1915. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service now that his coming grows so close. September 3rd, 1915. The preparations are complete and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. What? September 6th, 1915. He has come. Finally, it begins. Okay, and the first entry was August 20th. I don't think there's anything new. Okay, September 6th, 1915. This is Jack's diary. Evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero, but I just had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniformed boys are sore at being out in this weather and they want to share the joy with the local hero. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. I don't know, though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. Can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. Good on you for keeping track of the diary. And okay, this is just a room full of people, dead people, and you're just kinda hard to see.
What a nut house. The walls have been covered with glyphs.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah. We've been expecting you, Mr. Walton.
Goddamn. You better not commit suicide over this.
Damn, he recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. A key. Could come in handy.
Where was a key? Oh my god, he's so disturbed by the scene that there's screen tearing. Okay, now it's cleared.
He's dead. Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning.
For her. You guys are doing too good of a job. Well, there was locked. Maybe I should check the...
It won't budge.
It's downstairs. They did say that there was experiments going on in the basement.
It's locked.
Oh god. Oh my god, okay. Okay.
It's the wrong
It's
key.
the wrong key, okay.
It's
Oh, I
unlocked.
didn't even register. Hang on. You're not gonna comment on the fact that there's all these pictures I assume are of you?
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
Keep your shit together, Jack. Swear to God. Okay.
Nothing of interest.
You say that, but I don't know if I believe you. How would you know? Because you're not commenting.
All these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it. Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
I have to get so close to hopefully. Leave home, arrive at station, leave station, lunch, go to bank, back to station, follow suspect, stake out, return home, I think that says? Or town home? Okay.
The fire's still burning.
Maybe this will be comforting. Gods, look at those graphics. It'd be nice if there was a HD remake of this game. These doors. Oh, that is such a square door. Down the hall. There's something down here. Maybe this one?
It's unlocked. For nutcases, they seem quite literate.
What's that noise?
These books are really old, and most of them are in strange languages I don't
Called
understand.
Aramaic.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
Oh.
There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
I'm glad you noticed. Oh, hey. Whoa. Uh-huh. I see you, Jack. I see you. Okay. I'll stop. Let's go over here.
It appears to be a private study area.
I see that.
The door holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek.
You know, I should learn Greek to go with the Latin, that I absolutely did not remember anything of. Oh, Nautica, or Nautica? Nautica. Pinoctica. The Pinotic. Why am I having such a problem with this? Okay, I just won't pronounce that. Narcotica. Oh, Narcotica. Why was that so difficult for me? Narcotica. This manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans. Hittite? It's from Hittite? The Hittite civilization? I can't talk. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the history of unthinkably distant antiquity. And Hittite was most certainly not the first humans. They were just possibly the predecessors to the Greeks, ancient Greeks. If I remember right. I probably don't. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension, and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of Yith. It makes you dizzy just to read it. Okay, that's what they do. They mentally project, well, I guess, yeah, project their consciousness. God, what is this? Looks like needle and thread, bandage, maybe a stick, and some alcohol. Because, you know, he's an American detective.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
American detectives don't have time to learn. Oh, I thought it was like a floating bottle. That's a clever little trick, I guess.
Shit, that did not sound good.
What did you do?
Well, that's just swell.
I know you're sensitive. I know you're a sensitive guy, Jack, but don't freak out, okay? We're gonna see some shit.
He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull.
You better be breathing hard because you're gonna orgasm, not because you're gonna freak out. Oh, hey.
Medical charts on the human anatomy. This sink would be used for scrubbing up.
Amateur, gods.
Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here. From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered. In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this
You're a
before.
New York detective. This is like everyday stuff in New York from what I've heard.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Hang on, I need to drink water. Starting to get a really bad headache. Okay. Adjust the microphone. I swear, dude, if this is what drives you to commit suicide, I will be a little understanding. But don't do it. We're just getting started. Okay, so they spoke of the Yithians. Great race of Yith. Oh, what? It's like lungs, and it's a device forcing them to breathe. So are these all functional? What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about anatomy. I'm too busy playing video games. That kind of looks like a heart. Oh, these are totally kidneys? Intestine? Brain? Okay, so that's the liver possibly over here? Or the pancreas? I don't know why it's... Well, I guess it's just floating. It's not really pulsating. Not pulsating like the kidneys. Those are floating. Well, this is an interesting way to, we're gonna get real close in this. What'd you do, Jack? Why'd you do that, Jack? Can you read Yithian? Shit. You know, it's probably a mercy.
The crystal's still warm.
That's what she said. Oh my god, have they been doing this to like these people? Okay, let's proceed and see what horrors were.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Let's see what new or other horrors there will be.
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
Uh-huh. Okay. We're gonna do a little exploring before we activate that. Wonder if that's gonna be a gate. We're gonna open up a gate.
It looks like something's been removed from it. It looks like something's been removed from it.
Oh, Jack, you're gonna disappoint me, are you?
There's no
Okay.
power.
I don't understand why it doesn't just... Okay, let's summon the Yiths. The Yithians. Since it went so well last time we just touched the console. Just remember, Jack, you're special. Yeah, we did it. Oh, it looks like a Yithian. Oh, that is totally a Yithian. I guess that's what those pictures were supposed to be about. You brought the Yithians to Earth. Proud of you, Jack. I didn't say you would accomplish anything besides being a detective, but you brought the Yithians to Earth. Why would they come to Earth, though? They do the mental projection thing.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else. Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
I don't think that's a package, dude.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
February 6, 1922. Night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. What is that sound? Okay. Hang on. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson, and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go, without whatever that's supposed to mean, the usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. Okay, I'm not gonna... I read stories that had Innsmouth, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but I know what's up. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and he wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. I do not expect the reader to believe what I am about to relate. Any sane mind. That's what you get having a fast computer. You miss out on the good stuff, I guess. Or interesting stuff.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. You don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own. This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Okay, hey, dude.
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
Sure thing, Joe. I don't know, should I... Whoa, hey.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Okay. Your breath is really fishy. Just saying. I don't know where... Okay, I'll just follow this story. I think I'll...
A dusty assortment of old books.
Oh, hey. Exactly what I was looking for.